Welcome to this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live, the show which ensures that you profit from your time spent here with experts, either through their industry insights, information, or simply learning from them. And today we have with us Connie Lansberg, jazz artist, author, soul alignment practitioner, and the creator of Transformational Entertainment. And we'll learn from her about how sound intention and self awareness can create deep personal transformation. Welcome to the show, Connie.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. Welcome to the show. Welcome to India in this online form. Connie, and I'm sure not just in India, but a lot of people across the globe will benefit from what we are going to talk right now. We'll talk about how healing through music and vibration. We'll learn all this from you. Before that, let's learn a bit about your journey, your background, your story, so that audience knows who they are listening to.
I actually started out doing acting, so I've always been in the creative field. But I also used to write a lot as a kid. But I just didn't really think of writing as something I would end up doing. And then I got pulled into music and realized I had a real talent for songwriting. And I became a jazz artist so that I could work with great jazz artists in my songs. So I think in a way I writing country tunes, but I have jazz guys recording them and they turn into something quite spectacular because of that. So I've been on a creative journey my whole life. I've never done anything else. And it's culminated. I've also always had an understanding of energy, and I've always kind of had that knowing thing where you just know stuff. And because of that, that led me to a lot of research and reading about, the universe and energy and spiritual guides, and which led me to a woman named Andrea Hess, who created soul realignment. And that's when I was actually researching the third book in my trilogy, the Serious Gift trilogy, which is a fantasy. I was researching the concept of karma, and I came across this video and it just rang bells. So I took all the classes, graduated from everything, and learned how to do soul realignment because it gave me the language that I didn't have before about what I was actually doing and what I knew instinctively I was doing with music. And that led to even more research about my instincts. Pythagoras understood that music was more than what human beings realized it was. And the fantasy books this is before I learned all this, were about how music is a creation language. And this all came together to a peak when I discovered that every song that I'm writing and singing, whether it's a jazz standard or original, actually has an energy attached to it that when the conscious mind knows this energy, and you listen to the music and my voice, I can actually, through this music, dislodge stuck, calcified energy, the kind of energy that keeps bringing up trauma over and over. And we don't know how to get rid of it. And now there's a really simple way to get rid of it, because basically I discovered you don't have to relive your trauma to release it. You don't have to. It's an energetic thing. So I have songs that infuse really good, fast moving energy through your emotional body. And I have songs that dislodge the stuck and calcified energy. So it's a brand new healing modality, although it's not. And you know what? Through my work and my research, India knows how, there are people in India that know how to do this. Absolutely. They were the first people that understood sound and moving energy. And it's done in a more traditional manner. What's new with what I'm doing is that it doesn't matter what song I sing. I can sing anything. I just choose jazz because it suits my voice and I love the musicianship of jazz musicians. So that's why I chose jazz, and I write with other jazz musicians. So both the original and the standards will work with your energy. So it's like you'll hear other people say this, that meditation is no longer a necessary thing. We've moved to a point where things are quicker, and I wanted to give the world a really entertaining way to work with their emotional body and their stuck energy without having to sit down for hours and concentrating. Because once you know the energy, your conscious mind works with your subconscious and your emotional body to facilitate this release or infusion. And you can do it while you're running, washing the dishes, driving your car. It's like a modern day kind of healing.
Absolutely, absolutely, Connie. So, from a very common person's perspective, anywhere in the world, if they listen to you, all they will understand initially is that music can heal. They have heard about it. They want to, everyone has some sort of an issue in their lives, and they would want to,
Yes.
use the music for that.
Yes.
How do they get started with this? What is possible? What is not possible? A lot of people must maybe also suffering from actually things which needs a lot of medical attention. And so to keep it practical also from that, so that people do not leave the pragmatic part of it and but still get the best out of the type of music transformation that you are talking about, transformational entertainment. Help us from that point of view so that it becomes practical as well as pragmatic.
All bodily disease, all mental disease is stuck, unprocessed energy. It all starts there. Of course, there comes a point, if you've let it go for too long, it will manifest in the body as an illness, and absolutely see your doctor, take the medicine. You have to help on from both sides, in and out together, to avoid the energy becoming a physical disease. Our emotional body is where we store these stuck energies, and what happens is we feel like sadness. Something happens, and we think life and these emotions are happening to us. They are not. Emotions are designed. We have never been taught how to work with emotions. Emotions are designed to move through our bodies. Because where do you feel things? Feel in your body. And then our mind gives it a story. Our mind gives it a name. Oh, this slow moving energy is moving through me and I don't like it. And I'm going to call that sadness. I don't like this. I just don't want to feel this. And you clamp down and the energy stops moving. And that energy of sadness will continue to bring events into your life because it's saying, please let me go. Please let me go. Right? So it'll keep coming up over and over again, and you will try to stamp it down. Right. So because people are so afraid of feeling these big, slow emotions. What my book teaches you is how to be able to step aside from the emotion, to feel it. You've got to feel it. But when you learn not to be afraid of it, this is when the magic happens. So by using music to start the process, because as I say, this takes a certain amount of discipline, and this is the thing, nobody likes that word, do they? Discipline. But it's what's needed. And when we can start slowly, and I'm giving you the minimal amount of discipline, okay? Read what the song is working with, read the emotion, read about it, and then listen to the song 6 times. Not all in one go, 6 days. That will start with the layers of stuck emotion and just effortlessly and painlessly move it out of your body. This will help you start to become more disciplined when these big, slow energies hit us, right? Will be rocked, like this devastation, say, and you're rocked by it. But you will learn on one hand to say, oh, I'm this is the name I've given this really slow, bad feeling thing that's moving through my body. I've called it devastation. But if I just sit with it and breathe it out and treat it like a child that's been hurt and is having a tantrum, like you don't slap a child, you don't throw it in a room and lock the door, you comfort it. When we can learn to comfort the really slow emotions that are moving through us that feel so terrible and like they're never going to end, we are on the road to emotional mastery. And that emotional mastery helps us manifest the experiences we truly want in our lives.
Absolutely, Connie. So, in terms of music, what music? The world is listening to music all the time. And, with so many things, why it doesn't. I see, in spite of this, the mental health problem is going up and up and up. So, in that sense, what sort of music do you recommend which will work for this sort of, to actually deal with your emotions and feelings?
Okay. First of all, I'm going to say AI is no good for the human body. AI music, no good. Computerized music, music that's been made with a computer, no good for the human body. No good, right? The first thing, if you're listening to live musicians play their instruments, whether it's recorded or live, if there's no singer, oh my God, sorry, what is that? If there's no singer, then this raises your vibration within 20 minutes. Now that is what makes people feel good. That is why they like music. It actually physically raises the body's vibration. And the faster a body can vibrate, the better it feels and the better it is for you. When there's a singer, it only takes 4 minutes for that music to start raising your vibration. What I do differently is that there's a frequency in my voice, I think it's 472, that actually balances emotion for everybody in the room or the listener. And when they're aware of the energy that particular song is working with, that's what'll do the dislodging thing. I'm the only one that knows how to do that right now. That's why it's a trademarked thing. I would love to train other people. I would love to discover other people who have the frequency and then teach them how to find the energy of the song. Because I only know the energy of the song after I've written it or, after I've recorded it. Then I find the energy of the song. So right now there's a playlist on Spotify. Your Healing is a Song playlist. And you can find all of my songs for free anyway, because they're all streaming, YouTube. So when you get the book, and I think the ebook is going to be like $5. I mean, it's a cup of coffee, and you will then become a master in working with your emotions. Because this book is going to teach you how to do it. It gives you a lot of explanation in the first half, but the second half is a workbook. So you just, and you can use it like tarot cards even, flip through and see which page you land on. And that's your subconscious telling you, look, this is an emotion we need to work with today. So it's really fun. It should be just really fun. And so it's live musicians playing real instruments in whatever genre you prefer. Jazz is just a particularly powerful genre because of the improvisational aspect of it and how the musician has to be in the now moment. That's what's so very powerful about it, and how that music will entrain the listener's vibration to rise up to what the combined power of these jazz musicians are, and have. For really, I just think it's one of the most soulful genres there are. And the stories are lovely. And if people think they don't like jazz, they would if they listen to it, and especially start with singers, because the singer's going to tell you a really nice story, and then that helps you get into it, and then the musicians take you on a journey, and then the singer brings you back to the story. So I say it in the book, if you don't like these songs after 6 listens, that's your egoic resistance to change. So there's a lot in the book about how our egos try to thwart our expansion and our healing. It's quite interesting. So yeah, I choose jazz, but I've covered Adele and Billie Eilish, and I love certain pop singers too. But you have to work with real musicians. That's how the vibration works. The frequency and the vibration has to be running through the musician and then through a live instrument.
Absolutely. So, your playlist is the place to go for a lot of people.
Yeah.
That is where,
all my songs are on a playlist called Connie Lansberg Transformational Entertainment on Spotify. All my songs are there. But then there's a special playlist called Your Healing is a Song, where once they have the book, that music is free. It's free. So if you have a free Spotify, you can still listen to all the songs. You can listen free on YouTube, make your own playlists for whatever you feel is most important for you to be working on. And the book teaches you how to start recognizing the experiences that are coming to you, and then trying to identify the emotion that might be stuck that would cause that experience to be presented to you. So.
Right, Connie. So how is your playlist different than a lot of other people who are coming out about this vibration thing? I get to see a lot of, this music on different channels, including YouTube. So I want to understand for the audience, how do they differentiate? Because you have got a trademark, yes, that has a bit of more credibility, but I want to understand better from a common person's perspective.
Okay, what the music they're putting out is, they call it frequencies. Oh, this is 553 hertz and all that. Is it entertaining? No, it's not entertaining. I'm here to entertain you while you get healed. I want you to have fun. I want you to think, wow, that's a great song. I want you to sing. Singing is one of the best things for the human body. Sitting in front of a live band or singing are the two best things for the human body. So I'm different in that I can use modern music. I'm not using any particular sound. I'm using a band, a beautiful jazz band, to do all my recordings and my live shows. And we're singing really great songs, classics, the American songbook, plus my original songs. So you're actually being entertained. You can have a glass of wine while you're listening and still be healed. What I'm doing is taking away this sort of somber, serious aspect to healing the emotional body and yourself. I want it to be fun, because fun is such a high vibrational energy. And what is enlightenment? It's lightening up. Lighten up, everybody. Have a good time. Have a glass of wine. Listen to some great music. If your conscious mind is aware of what the energy you're working with is, you're doing everything good you can for your body and your mind. So that's what makes me different. very different.
Absolutely, Connie. So your book is coming out next month, July
Yeah.
6th, as you told me.
Yes. Sort of everywhere, I guess. Amazon. It's on my website. I mean, you can order it now on my website, or just send me an email and say, in fact, anybody from this podcast who emails me from my website, and they sign up, I'll send them a free ebook. They can start. They can start now. There's also a free gift on my website that shows you how this process starts. It's a song plus the energy the song is working with, plus how it all works. So if they want to start small, they can do that. Or, if they really want to dive into this, email me. I love to talk to people.
Absolutely. There's much to learn about all this from you, Connie, and I'm sure a lot of people would want to connect with you, learn more about your music, about how they can heal through your music. What's the best way for them to do so?
Just go to the website and just do the sign up thing. Or just email me directly, info@connielansberg.com. I'll get it. I'll reply.
Absolutely. With this, it's a wrap on this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live. Thank you so much indeed for joining us.
Thank you.